Hi and welcome back friends. Now in this video we are going to have one exercise problem. Okay, and this exercise problem is totally based on the previous tutorial, as we have discussed about functions and introduced ourselves about functions in the previous tutorial only. So we will be using all those concepts that we have learned in the previous video to solve this problem. So in case if you have not seen that video, please refer to my description. There is the link to this video, to the introduction to functions. Okay, so you can go and reach out to the video. Now coming on to this tutorial, so what problem statement says here that write a C program to add the two numbers using the functions. That means you will have two numbers, say a and b, and you have to add those two numbers and print the output, but using functions. Okay, so you will start from stdio.h header file. Okay, and after that, the as we know that execution starts from line number 7, which is main function. So just skip line number 4 as of now and come on to the line number 9. So what we have done, line number 9 and 10, that we have declared two variables whose name is a and b, and initialize it with 0. After that, we have printed a pop-up message saying that enter the value of a and enter the value of b, and finally we have a scan those values using this scanf function and ampersand a and ampersand b. Okay, and after that I have declared one more variable whose name is result, as the name suggests that it will store the sum of the two numbers a and b. That means a plus b will be stored in this result only. Okay, so before that, now let's move on to the line number 4. As we are going to use the function, hence we need to declare the function before using that function, as same is in the case of variables also. Okay, now coming on to the declaration part, as we have discussed in the previous tutorial, that to declare we just need to keep on mind that what type of output data will be coming from the function. As we are dealing with the integers only, int a and b, and a plus b will be integer itself, hence outputs data type will be integer. Hence we'll start writing int, and after that I will write the function name here. In this case, function name is addition, and after that, inside parenthesis, I will be passing two parameters. First is int var1 and second is int var2. The data type is integer only, and the variable names or the names of the parameters that are being passed are var1 and var2. Inside var1 I will be storing the value of a, and inside var2 I will be storing the value of b, so that we can use the var1 and var2 as analog to a and b inside our functions. Okay, now coming on to the main function again, after line number 17, as we are going to use the functions, that means we need to call the function. Before calling, after declaring the function in line number 4, what we need to do, we need to define the function as we have done in the line number 29. So defining function includes some part of declaring the function. Do note here is that at the time of defining, you don't need to put semicolon at the end. No, it's wrong. But at the time of declaration, you need to put semicolon, as we have done in the line number 4. Okay, so at the time of definition, we write int addition, int var1 and int var2, and after that we'll write the statements or the codes which process or computes the thing, and it will give finally output. So what we have written inside the function is that I have declared one more variable saying that int sum equals to 0, and in that sum I am going to write var1 plus var2. Okay, and this is analog to value of a, and var2 has stored the value of b only. Okay, now it has processed or finished all the computations. After line number 33, your function will finish all the computations. Okay, and now it's time to return the integer value, as sum will be integer, hence we'll return the integer value by saying that return sum. Okay, so this is the basic definition. Now just understand the code from starting. My code comes and execute from main function, as we have discussed till line number 17. Now as we want to use the function to add the two numbers, hence it's time to call the function here. Okay, the function will return the integer value as an output. So here we'll call the function and we'll pass the parameters. Say, to call the function, what you need to do, you need to just write the function name, and then inside the parenthesis you need to pass the parameters to add as in this case the parameters are nothing but a and b, hence we'll be writing a comma b here. No need to write the data type of a and b because inside the main function already they have declared as data type int. Okay, that's why we do not need to write the data type here. Okay, as soon you call the function addition, it will come on to the this definition part and it will start executing the code. It will declare sum and sum will become var1 plus var2. Okay, as soon you call the function by writing the addition and pass the parameters a and b, what will happen is that it will come to line number 29 and the value of a, that means value of a will be stored in or copied in var1 and value of b will again copied in var2. Now you can use var1 and var2 inside function, but you cannot use the a and b variables inside this function because variables has some kind of local and global scope in for which this topic will be talking in next video, the local and global scope of variable, and in that video we'll come to understand that why we are not going to use or why we are not allowed to use a and b inside the main inside the addition function. Okay, and why we are only allowed to use var1 and var2 because we have declared var1 and var2 for the addition function only, hence we'll be using sum equals to var1 plus var2 and after that it has finished processing, it will return sum. Okay, now as soon it returns sum from line number 38, what it will do is that it will store that sum in the result. Okay, so it will return to the addition function, sum will be returned to the addition a, parenthesis a comma b, and that value I am assigning to result. Okay, if you want to check that I am saying correct or not, what you can do is that you can just write printf inside parenthesis a comma b. Okay, now we'll just see and compile this and we'll see that the answer will be same for both because sum will be assigned to this addition ab and that means this sum will return to this function. Okay, that means now this function's value will be sum. Okay, now in line number 21 what I am doing is that instead of printing with the help of addition a comma b only, I am storing the value that has been returned to the addition into result I am printing the percentage the result. Okay, now we'll just save the code and just compile the code using the new terminal and we'll see that it works and it gives the same output. Okay, so we'll first go to the linked list. Okay, and then gcc insert 3.c. okay, so as you can see it has compiled successfully. Now a.exe is here. Now just wait for the pop-up message to enter the value of a and b. Now it has come. I will give a equals to 6 and b also equals to 6. You can see the output has been 12 and 12, not 1 to 1. First 12 is the output from addition and second 12 is the output from result. Okay, so by this way you can see that functions are very useful and you can see that functions make our code very easy. At this point you may feel that using function is not that much worth it, but as you move forward in the C programming, then you will feel that yes, function is very important for us. Okay, so I hope you have understood this tutorial completely and you have also connected both the videos, the previous one and this one, and you have understood the function completely. Now in the next video we'll come on to the topic local variable and global variable. Okay, we'll discuss on this topic. So thank you. That's it for this video. Thank you and Jai Hind.